This video will be showing the crochet cast on method. So you're going to need to pick any type of yarn. Then you're going to have to choose your needles. So I have a size 8. And then depending on what size needles you pick, you're going to have to pick a crochet hook that is the same size. So for a size 8 needle, a size H crochet hook. There will be a list down below of corresponding crochet and knitting needles. So the good thing about this cast on is there's no tail measurement involved, because it's not like the long tail method where you need to have a certain tail to then compensate for your stitches. This one you just leave a small tail for weaving in and you make a slip knot. And now you can go ahead and cast on however many stitches and you don't have to worry about running out of tail yarn. So once you have your slip knot, you're going to put that on your crochet hook. Now this can be a little tricky at first, but it kind of becomes like a habit and you learn how to do it very fast. So you're going to hold your knitting needle in your left hand and your crochet hook with your slip knot in your right hand. And you're going to bring your long end of yarn, the one connected still to the yarn ball, and you're going to bring it behind your knitting needle. And then you're going to keep both your hook and your needle close together. So you're going to take your crochet hook and you're going to pick up the yarn over your needle and pull it through your slip knot. The first stitch is the most difficult. So once you have it pulled through, you'll see you have a loop on both your knitting needle and your crochet hook. So then you're going to take your length of yarn and you're going to put it in between both hook and needle and hold it back on your left. Then you can tighten it up to make sure you don't make any gaps. And then you're going to take your crochet hook, go over your knitting needle, grab your yarn, and then pull it down through the loop on your crochet hook. Then you take your yarn and put it in between both your hook and needle, and you continue that all the way until you have your stitches. So you also can look at it that you're working a single crochet over your knitting needle. But you just want to make sure to put your yarn back between both, and then just grab it over your knitting needle with your crochet hook. And once you get the hang of this, you can do it really quick, because at first you just have to figure out the maneuvering of both needle and yarn. But I just think it's a great one for if you're casting on a lot of stitches. If you're doing well over 50 stitches, this would be very good because you don't have to calculate the tail yarn. And it would save you a lot of time and you would never have to re-measure, because you just continue this for however many. And since we're working off the yarn connected to the ball yarn, we'll never run out. So you want to make sure you put your yarn in between your needle and your hook. And then you're going to take your hook over your knitting needle and pick up the yarn, drawing it back through the loop on your crochet hook. Now this cast on can also be used as a provisional cast on method as well, which I'll have a separate video on that, on how to use it as a provisional cast on. Then when you're all done casting on however many stitches you need, you're going to put your yarn in between and then pick up your last remaining loop and place it on your knitting needle. So now you've done your crochet cast on, no tail measurement involved, and now you can go ahead and work your stitches like normal with this easy cast on. So I hope you guys try this one out and let me know how it works for your future projects. I personally think that this one is going to be a new favorite of mine, especially when I go ahead and do blankets or larger projects. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.